Hi everyone, Ellen Sweeney from Tips for iOS. In this week's video, I'll show you some quick actions that I wasn't able to cover in this week's blog post. I think you'll find these quick actions very useful and maybe even time-saving. Quick actions even work inside of some apps, so let's take a look. When in the Messages app, you can peek in on a message by pressing just firmly enough to pop open a window. And then if you slide that window up, you'll have some responses, some canned responses that you can use down at the bottom of the page along with a custom response. If I swipe down and swipe out of that and go into a full message, if I tap and press and hold on the contact avatar at the very top right underneath the time and I press and hold that, you'll have some more options where you can connect with a call, an email, or you can message that person. When in the Calendar app, and I use Fantastical for my calendar, so I'm going to open up Fantastical, and if I press on an event that I already have scheduled, the window will pop up. So you press and hold firmly, the little window pops up, and again, if you slide up, you have some options. You can edit it, you can duplicate it, you can move it, share it, or you can delete that event. If you want to get rid of it, just slide down and away, and your event has been placed back into the calendar. If you're in the Photos app, you can peek and pop into a photo. So if I choose a photo and I press and hold on it just long enough to pop up the window, and if I slide up, here I can copy that photo, I can share that photo, I can favorite it, or I can delete that photo. And once you're finished, just slide back down and the photo goes back into the collections. Peek and pop in Maps is pretty cool. If I open up Apple Maps and you can press on a pin or a location for more information. So let's just say I want to press and hold on Spring Hill Suites Marriott. When I do that, it pops open a window so I can get directions to there. I can actually go to their home page or I can call them. So just remember that when you're in the Maps, you can touch on any pin or location and you'll get different options for that location. When you're in the Reminders app, you can push on an individual reminder and press and hold on it. And when you do, you'll get a couple of options. You can have it remind you on a particular day about this reminder, or you can have it remind you when you're at a particular location. This works really well, so give that a try. If you're a news junkie and you use the News app, you can go ahead and open the News app, and then you can peek into one of the articles or stories. So I'm just going to peek into how to see the biggest meteor shower of the season. So if I press and hold that, I get a little brief synopsis of that story, and then I can go ahead and slide up. And here I can love the story, I can save the story, share the story, or I can mute that particular channel in the News app. You'll also have Peek and Pop available to you in Safari, so let's go ahead and open up Safari. And here I am on a sports page. I can tap and hold on a link, and when I do, it'll go to that link, and I'll get a little brief synopsis of the link, and if I swipe up and away, I'll have some other options available to me, such as open in a new tab, add to the reading list, copy, or share that link. I can also just swipe away and get rid of that link and go back to the main page. If you're into music, you'll have a lot of options here as well. So if you open the Music app and you press and hold on an album, you can go ahead and play the whole album. You can download the album. You can delete it from your library. You can add it to a playlist. You can play the next song available, or you can share the album or love it or dislike it. So there's a lot of options there if you're into music. So those are just a few ways that you can use these quick actions. Many of the App Store apps also provide shortcuts that have Peek and Pop. The best way to find them is to experiment by pressing firmly on different apps that you use. Thanks for watching this week's video. I'm Ellen Sweeney. I'll see you next week on Tips for iOS.